Imagine this. You're having a heated argument with a loved one. Words are exchanged, some harsher than others, leaving a wound in your connection. Have you ever paused to wonder, what could have changed the outcome? What if compassion was the cornerstone of every interaction, every word, every intention? In today's video, we will uncover the transformative power of compassion, a lesson deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, and how it can reshape your relationships, shield you from disrespect, and cultivate a life of harmony and fulfillment. Stay with me until the end, and I promise you'll gain practical insights to build respect and understanding in every relationship. Part 1. The power of compassion in building respectful relationships. The story of Sarah and Daniel. Sarah, a young marketing professional, always prided herself on her strong relationships. Her best friend, Daniel, had been her confidant for years. They shared everything from career struggles to personal triumphs. However, a simple misunderstanding began to fester, turning their once solid friendship into a fragile, tense connection. During a group project, Daniel unintentionally overlooked Sarah's contributions. When Sarah confronted him, her words were sharp and filled with blame. Daniel, feeling attacked, retreated into silence. Days turned into weeks, and their friendship teetered on the edge of collapse. Sarah was devastated. How could this happen to us? She wondered. But instead of wallowing in anger, she decided to act. Inspired by a book on Stoic philosophy, she explored the concept of compassion, not as a weakness, but as a profound strength. The Stoic foundation of compassion. Compassion, as emphasized by Marcus Aurelius, begins with understanding oneself. He famously wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself, what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" Sarah realized she had often been impatient with Daniel, just as she sometimes was with herself. And by recognizing her flaws, she found it easier to empathize with his mistakes. Steps Sarah took to rebuild compassion. 1. Self-reflection. Sarah began journaling every night, reflecting on her emotions and reactions. She noted moments when anger took over and analyzed what triggered it. What was I feeling in that moment? She asked herself. This practice helped her see her own vulnerabilities, enabling her to extend the same understanding to others. 2. Listening without judgment. Sarah reached out to Daniel, not to argue, but to listen. They met over coffee and she asked him to share his side of the story. This time, instead of interrupting or defending herself, she simply listened. For the first time, she understood that Daniel's oversight wasn't deliberate, but stemmed from his own stress and workload. 3. Acts of kindness. Compassion isn't just a feeling, it's an action. Sarah decided to show Daniel she valued their friendship. She wrote him a heartfelt note expressing gratitude for his support over the years. She didn't justify her behavior or expect an apology. She simply expressed appreciation. The transformation. As they rebuilt their connection, something remarkable happened. Daniel began to open up, not just about the misunderstanding, but about his own struggles. Their friendship grew stronger than ever, based on mutual respect and understanding. Sarah's act of compassion didn't just heal the rift, it deepened their bond. For the broader impact of compassion. Sarah's journey didn't end with her friendship. She started applying compassion in her workplace, family, and even with strangers. Whether it was showing patience with a stressed-out colleague or forgiving a harsh remark from a relative, she noticed one thing. The more she practiced compassion, the more respect and harmony she received in return. The Stoic takeaway. Compassion isn't about excusing bad behavior, it's about understanding and rising above it. It creates a ripple effect, fostering respect and connection in every corner of your life. Part 2. The art of right speech in Stoic philosophy. How often have you regretted saying something in the heat of the moment? Words once spoken cannot be taken back. They can either build bridges or burn them down. In the philosophy of Stoicism, the principle of right speech is a cornerstone for cultivating respect and harmony in relationships. In this section, we'll uncover how to transform your words into tools of connection and trust, ensuring that your communication reflects wisdom, kindness, and integrity. Ethan was a team leader at a fast-paced tech company. Known for his technical expertise, he often struggled to connect with his team on a personal level. During a critical project review, a teammate presented an idea that Ethan felt was impractical. Frustrated, he responded bluntly, "That's a terrible idea. Why didn't you think this through?" The room fell silent, and the teammate's confidence visibly crumbled. Ethan realized too late that his harsh words had damaged more than just morale. They had created a rift in his team. Determined to rebuild trust, Ethan turned to Stoic teachings for guidance. He discovered the importance of right speech, which emphasizes honesty, kindness, and utility in communication. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca stress that words are tools that should be used wisely. Right speech involves speaking truthfully. Avoid lies and deceit. Honesty builds trust, which is the foundation of respect. Kindly. Words should heal, not harm. Even constructive criticism should be delivered with care. Usefully. Speak with purpose. Your words should add value, solve problems, or inspire action. Thoughtfully. Pause before speaking. Reflect on the potential impact of your words. Ethan began practicing right speech by integrating these principles into his daily interactions. Truthful communication. Ethan committed to being honest, but chose his words carefully. Instead of outright dismissing ideas, he started framing his feedback constructively. For example, he replaced, "That's a terrible idea," with, "This is an interesting perspective. Let's explore how we can refine it." Understanding the importance of kindness, Ethan adopted a more empathetic tone. He acknowledged the efforts of his teammates before offering suggestions for improvement. This shift not only boosted morale, but also encouraged open dialogue. Speaking with purpose. During meetings, Ethan ensured his contributions were meaningful. He refrained from speaking for the sake of it and focused on providing insights that advanced the discussion. One of the hardest lessons Ethan learned was the value of silence. In moments of frustration, he paused, took a deep breath, and asked himself, "Will my words help or harm?" This practice helped him avoid impulsive remarks. The ripple effect. Ethan's commitment to right speech began transforming his workplace. Teammates felt more comfortable sharing ideas, knowing they would be met with respect and understanding. Productivity increased, and the team's collaboration improved significantly. Beyond work, Ethan noticed the impact of his words in personal relationships. Whether it was resolving a disagreement with a friend or comforting a loved one, his mindful communication strengthened bonds and deepened trust. Practical tips for right speech. If you want to practice right speech in your own life, here are some actionable steps. 1. Pause and reflect. Before speaking, ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? 2. Use I statements. Instead of accusing or blaming, express your feelings and perspectives. For example, say, "I feel concerned about this approach," instead of, "You're doing this wrong." 3. Offer constructive feedback. Focus on solutions rather than problems. Highlight what can be improved and how, rather than dwelling on what went wrong. 4. Embrace silence. Sometimes the most respectful response is no response at all. Choose silence over words when emotions run high. The Stoic takeaway: right speech is not just about the words we say, but the intention behind them. By practicing honesty, kindness, and purpose in communication, we not only avoid disrespect, but also foster deeper, more meaningful connections with those around us. Chad, Part 3. Mindfulness, the key to gaining respect and control in life. Have you ever been in a heated situation where emotions ran high and you later wished you had responded differently? Imagine if you had the ability to pause, think, and act with clarity every single time. This ability isn't a fantasy, it's mindfulness, a core principle in Stoic philosophy. In this section, we'll explore how mindfulness helps us remain calm, make wise decisions, and earn respect from others. Let's dive into the practical ways you can integrate mindfulness into your daily life. The story of Mia. Mia, a high-achieving law student, often felt overwhelmed by the demands of her studies. One day, during a crucial group presentation, her teammate forgot an important detail, causing their project to receive harsh feedback. Frustrated and embarrassed, Mia lashed out at her teammate after the presentation, saying, "How could you mess up something so simple? You ruined it for all of us." Her teammate, visibly upset, avoided her for the rest of the day. Later, Mia regretted her outburst. She realized that her reaction not only strained their relationship, but also diminished her own sense of control and respectability. Determined to change, Mia sought ways to cultivate mindfulness, a practice emphasized by Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Understanding mindfulness in the Stoic sense is the practice of staying present and aware of your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without being swept away by them. It's about observing life as it happens instead of reacting impulsively. How Mia applied mindfulness. 1. Meditation for calm and clarity. Mia began each morning with 10 minutes of meditation. Sitting in a quiet corner of her apartment, she closed her eyes, focused on her breath, and observed her thoughts without judgment. This simple practice helped her start the day with a sense of calm and control. 2. Practicing the pause. In moments of frustration, Mia adopted the Stoic practice of pausing before reacting. During a group meeting, when a teammate proposed an idea she didn't agree with, instead of immediately dismissing it, she paused, took a deep breath, and calmly explained her perspective. This approach diffused tension and fostered productive discussion. 3. Mindful awareness of emotions. Mia learned to label her emotions as they arose. Instead of saying, "I'm angry," she would think, "I'm feeling anger." This slight shift in perspective allowed her to distance herself from her emotions and respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. The transformation. Over time, Mia noticed significant changes in her interactions and self-perception. Improved relationships. Her teammates appreciated her composed and respectful demeanor, leading to better collaboration and trust. Enhanced focus. By staying present, Mia was able to concentrate more effectively on her studies, improving her academic performance. Greater self-control. Mindfulness helped Mia navigate challenging situations with poise, earning her the admiration and respect of peers and professors alike. Practical tips for practicing mindfulness. Here are simple ways you can incorporate mindfulness into your life. 1. Daily meditation. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day sitting in silence, focusing on your breath. Let thoughts come and go without attaching to them. 2. Mindful breathing. In stressful situations, pause and take 3 deep breaths. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, calming your mind and body. 3. Emotion journaling. At the end of each day, write down moments when emotions took over. Reflect on how you could respond more mindfully in the future. 4. Be present in conversations. Focus entirely on the person speaking. Avoid thinking about your response while they're talking. This builds deeper connections and shows respect. The ripple effect of mindfulness. Mia's mindfulness practice didn't just benefit her, it inspired those around her. Her calm energy and thoughtful responses encouraged her teammates to adopt similar practices. The group became more cohesive, productive, and supportive. In her personal life, mindfulness helped Mia strengthen her relationships with family and friends as she was more present and attentive during conversations. Mindfulness is not just about staying calm, it's about reclaiming control over your actions and reactions. By mastering your mind, you create a foundation of respect, both for yourself and from others. Part 4, the transformative power of forgiveness. Have you ever carried the weight of resentment, replaying hurtful moments over and over in your mind? It's exhausting, isn't it? But what if I told you that letting go of that resentment could set you free and bring peace to your life? Forgiveness is not just a gift to others, it's a gift to yourself. In this part, we'll explore how the Stoic philosophy of forgiveness can heal emotional wounds, strengthen relationships, and empower you to move forward with clarity and strength. The story of Liam and his father. Liam, a software engineer, had a complicated relationship with his father. Growing up, he always felt his father's criticism overshadowed any recognition of his achievements. At every family gathering, his father would point out Liam's shortcomings, often comparing him unfavorably to his siblings. As an adult, Liam carried these memories with him, and they shaped his self-esteem and interactions with his father. Even though he had moved out and built a successful career, the resentment lingered. Conversations with his father often turned tense, and their relationship became strained. One day, after a particularly harsh exchange, Liam decided he couldn't continue living with this emotional burden. Inspired by the teachings of Epictetus, who said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them," Liam began his journey toward forgiveness, not for his father's sake, but for his own peace. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior or forgetting what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the control of negative emotions like anger, resentment, and bitterness. Forgiveness allows you to regain control over your mind and emotions, enabling you to respond to life with wisdom and strength. And steps Liam took to practice forgiveness. 1. Shifting perspective. Liam reflected on his father's life and realized that his father's criticism often stemmed from his own insecurities and unfulfilled aspirations. This understanding didn't excuse the behavior, but helped Liam see it in a less personal light. 2. Journaling for clarity. Every evening, Liam wrote down his feelings about his father. He described the pain, but also focused on moments of connection or kindness that he might have overlooked in his anger. This process helped him recognize that his relationship with his father wasn't defined solely by negativity. Letting go of the need for apology. Liam understood that forgiveness didn't depend on his father acknowledging or apologizing for his actions. He realized that holding on to the hope for an apology was keeping him stuck. Instead, he chose to release that expectation and focus on his own healing. Number 4, engaging in acts of reconciliation. During their next conversation, instead of reacting defensively to a critical remark, Liam calmly shared his perspective. "Dad, I know you mean well, but sometimes your words come across as harsh, and it's hard for me to hear them." His father, though initially taken aback, began to listen. The outcome. Over time, Liam's efforts to forgive transformed their relationship. His father, though not entirely changing his ways, began to show more understanding. Liam, in turn, found that he could engage with his father without the emotional baggage he had carried for years. More importantly, Liam felt lighter, freer, and more at peace with himself. By choosing forgiveness, he reclaimed control over his emotions and built a stronger, healthier connection with his father. The broader impact of forgiveness. Liam's practice of forgiveness extended beyond his father. He began applying the same principles in his friendships and workplace. When conflicts arose, he approached them with understanding and patience rather than anger. This shift earned him the respect and admiration of his colleagues and deepened his personal relationships. Practical steps to practice forgiveness. If you're ready to embrace forgiveness, here are some actionable steps. 1. Reflect on the situation. Consider the other person's perspective and motivations. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but helps you see it with more clarity. 2. Release the need for revenge. Understand that holding on to resentment only harms you, not the other person. Let go of the need to even the score. 3. Focus on your growth. Use the experience as a lesson to build resilience and strength. 4. Start small. Forgiveness doesn't have to happen overnight. Start with small steps like journaling your feelings or having a calm conversation. The Stoic takeaway. Forgiveness is a powerful act of liberation. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the chains of anger and bitterness, allowing your mind and soul to focus on growth and harmony. It's not about forgetting the hurt, but about transforming it into a source of strength. Part 5, the power of detachment, finding freedom in letting go. Have you ever felt trapped by expectations, possessions, or the need for approval from others? These attachments often weigh us down, creating stress and insecurity. But what if there's a way to free yourself from this burden and live a more peaceful, resilient life? In this section, we'll explore the Stoic practice of detachment, a profound principle that teaches us to let go of what we cannot control, avoid unnecessary emotional turmoil, and navigate life with grace and strength. The story of Olivia. Olivia, a talented artist, spent years pouring her heart and soul into her work. Her dream was to have her paintings displayed in a prestigious gallery, a milestone she believed would validate her talent and hard work. After months of preparation, she finally submitted her portfolio, only to receive a rejection letter. Olivia was devastated. She questioned her abilities and spiraled into self-doubt. The rejection felt like a personal failure, and her attachment to the outcome consumed her. In her search for clarity, Olivia discovered the Stoic concept of detachment. Inspired by the words of Epictetus, some things are up to us and some things are not. Focus on what is within your control. She realized that while she couldn't control the gallery's decision, she could control how she responded to it. Understanding detachment. Detachment in Stoicism doesn't mean indifference or lack of passion. It means freeing yourself from unhealthy attachments to outcomes, material possessions, or external validation. Detachment allows you to act with purpose while maintaining emotional balance, regardless of the result. How Olivia practiced detachment. 1. Shifting her focus. Olivia began to focus on the process of creating art rather than the outcome of being accepted by a gallery. She reminded herself why she started painting in the first place, to express her emotions and share beauty with the world. 2. Redefining success. Instead of measuring success by external recognition, Olivia started celebrating personal milestones, like completing a challenging piece or experimenting with a new technique. 3. Letting go of control. Olivia acknowledged that the gallery's decision was beyond her control. Instead of dwelling on the rejection, she decided to seek other opportunities, submitting her work to smaller, local galleries. 4. Practicing gratitude. Olivia began a daily gratitude practice, focusing on the joys of her artistic journey, the inspiration she found in nature, the support from her friends, and the satisfaction of seeing her work evolve. The transformation. Over time, Olivia noticed a profound shift in her mindset. By detaching from the need for external validation, she rediscovered her love for art. Her new approach led to unexpected opportunities. One of her local exhibits caught the attention of a gallery owner, who offered her a solo exhibition. More importantly, Olivia felt lighter and more at peace. She no longer viewed rejection as a reflection of her worth, but as a natural part of the journey. The broader impact of detachment. Detachment doesn't just apply to career ambitions. Olivia began practicing it in other areas of her life, including relationships and finances. She let go of the need to control how others perceived her, focusing instead on being authentic. Her relationships deepened as she stopped seeking approval and started appreciating people for who they were. In her finances, she adopted a minimalist mindset, finding contentment in simplicity rather than material possessions. Practical steps to practice detachment. Here are some actionable ways you can incorporate detachment into your life. 1. Identify what's within your control. Make a list of situations causing you stress and separate them into 2 categories: what you can control and what you cannot. Focus your energy on the former. 2. Shift your perspective. View challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. Detach from the need for immediate success and embrace the journey. 3. Practice minimalism. Simplify your life by letting go of unnecessary possessions and focusing on what truly adds value. 4. Celebrate effort, not outcomes. Acknowledge and appreciate the effort you put into your goals, regardless of the result. 5. Reflect and meditate. Spend time reflecting on your attachments and why they matter to you. Meditation can help you release emotional ties to things you can't control. The Stoic takeaway. Detachment doesn't mean give, it means letting go of the emotional chains that hold you back. By practicing detachment, you gain freedom, resilience, and clarity to pursue your goals without being overwhelmed by fear or disappointment. Part 6. Humility. The silent strength that commands respect. When you think of a strong person, what comes to mind? Is it someone who boasts of their achievements, or someone who lets their actions speak for themselves? True strength often lies in humility, a quiet, unassuming trait that has the power to transform relationships, foster collaboration, and command deep respect. In this section, we'll uncover the Stoic philosophy behind humility and how practicing it can help you lead a more meaningful and impactful life. The story of Clara. Clara was a celebrated surgeon in her city, admired for her skill and dedication, yet her team found her unapproachable. Her tendency to highlight her own successes and dismiss others' contributions created a gap between her and her colleagues. One day, during a complex surgery, Clara encountered an unexpected complication. A junior surgeon suggested a solution, but Clara dismissed it, insisting on her approach. The surgery was completed, but not without unnecessary delays. Reflecting on the day's events, Clara realized that her pride had prevented her from accepting help, potentially risking the patient's outcome. Determined to change, Clara turned to the teachings of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest proponents, advised, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." Clara recognized the wisdom in these words. She began her journey toward practicing humility, not as a weakness, but as a profound strength. Understanding humility in Stoicism. Humility, according to Stoic philosophy, is not about devaluing yourself, but about recognizing your limitations and the contributions of others. It's about being open to learning, accepting feedback, and fostering mutual respect. Humility involves 1. Acknowledging limitations, accepting that no one knows everything and there's always room to grow. 2. Appreciating others' contributions, recognizing and valuing the efforts and achievements of those around you. Serving others selflessly, using your skills and resources to help others without expecting anything in return. How Clara practiced humility. 1. Listening actively. Clara started paying closer attention to her team's input during surgeries and meetings. She made a conscious effort to set aside her assumptions and genuinely consider others' ideas. 2. Acknowledging others' efforts. During a team meeting, Clara openly praised the junior surgeon whose suggestion she had dismissed earlier. She thanked him for his insight and apologized for not recognizing it in the moment. This simple act of humility strengthened trust within the team. 3. Sharing knowledge. Clara began mentoring young surgeons, not as a way to showcase her expertise, but to help them grow. She encouraged questions, shared her mistakes, and emphasized that learning was a two-way street. 4. Serving the community. Beyond the hospital, Clara volunteered her time at a free clinic, treating underserved patients. She saw this as an opportunity to give back and connect with people on a human level, not as a renowned surgeon, but as someone willing to help. The transformation. Clara's newfound humility had a profound impact. Her team began to see her not just as a brilliant surgeon, but as an approachable and supportive leader. They felt empowered to contribute ideas and collaborate, improving outcomes for patients. In her personal life, Clara's relationships deepened. Friends and family appreciated her genuine interest in their lives and her openness to learning from them. Practical steps to practice humility. If you're inspired to cultivate humility in your life, here are some actionable steps. 1. Practice active listening. Give your full attention to others without interrupting or forming a response before they've finished speaking. 2. Acknowledge contributions. Make it a habit to recognize and appreciate the efforts of those around you, whether at work, home, or in your community. 3. Reflect on your limitations. Take time to identify areas where you can grow and seek feedback from others to improve. 4. Share your knowledge. Use your expertise to mentor or help others without expecting anything in return. 5. Serve selflessly. Volunteer or contribute to a cause that matters to you, focusing on the act of giving, rather than recognition. The broader impact of humility. Humility creates a ripple effect. By practicing humility, you inspire those around you to do the same, fostering an environment of mutual respect, collaboration, and growth. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, free from ego or competition. The Stoic takeaway. Humility is not about diminishing yourself, it's about lifting others up and growing together. By recognizing your limitations, valuing others, and serving selflessly, you embody true strength and wisdom. Part 7, The Art of Patience, Building Inner Strength to Face Life's Challenges. Have you ever felt like giving up because the results you wanted didn't come fast enough? In a world that values instant gratification, patience can feel like a lost virtue. But what if patience is the very key to overcoming challenges and achieving lasting success? In this part, we'll uncover the Stoic philosophy of patience, a powerful tool to build resilience, endure difficulties, and remain steadfast in the face of life's inevitable delays and setbacks. The story of Alex. Alex, an aspiring entrepreneur, had big dreams of launching his own tech startup. He poured months into developing a prototype, pitching to investors, and assembling a team. But despite his hard work, things weren't moving as quickly as he had hoped. Rejection emails piled up, team members became discouraged, and Alex began doubting himself. Why isn't this working? He wondered. Frustration clouded his judgment, and he considered abandoning his dream. One day, while browsing a bookstore, Alex stumbled upon a book on Stoicism. A quote by Seneca caught his eye. "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Alex realized that his impatience was undermining his progress. Success wasn't about how fast he could achieve his goals, but about his ability to persist despite challenges. Inspired, he decided to cultivate patience as a core strength. Understanding patience in Stoicism. Patience, according to Stoicism, is not passive waiting, but active endurance. It's the ability to face difficulties with composure, understanding that challenges are a natural part of life. Key aspects of Stoic patience include: 1. Acceptance of reality, recognizing that setbacks and delays are inevitable and beyond our control. 2. Focus on effort, not outcomes, channeling energy into what you can control, your actions and attitude, rather than obsessing over results. 3. Resilience through perspective, viewing challenges as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. How Alex practiced patience. 1. Reframing challenges as lessons. Instead of viewing investor rejections as failures, Alex began seeing them as valuable feedback. He refined his pitch with every rejection, focusing on improvement rather than disappointment. 2. Breaking goals into small steps. Alex set smaller, achievable milestones for his startup. Celebrating these incremental wins kept him motivated and reduced the overwhelm of his larger goal. 3. Practicing daily mindfulness. To manage his frustration, Alex adopted mindfulness practices such as meditation and deep breathing. These helped him stay present and calm even during stressful situations. 4. Seeking support and perspective. Alex shared his journey with a mentor who reminded him that every successful entrepreneur faced setbacks. This perspective strengthened his resolve to keep going. The transformation. As Alex embraced patience, his mindset shifted. He became more focused, resilient, and resourceful. Eventually, his hard work paid off, his refined pitch caught the attention of an investor, and his startup gained traction. But beyond the tangible success, Alex discovered something more valuable: the ability to remain calm and composed, no matter the circumstances. Patience became his superpower, enabling him to face challenges with grace and confidence. Practical steps to cultivate patience. If you want to develop patience in your own life, try these steps. 1. Accept delays as part of the process. Remind yourself that progress takes time and setbacks are natural. 2. Focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about results, concentrate on your efforts and attitude. 3. Practice gratitude. Reflect on what you've already achieved and appreciate the journey, not just the destination. 4. Break goals into smaller tasks. Divide large projects into manageable steps to avoid feeling overwhelmed. 5. Use mindfulness techniques. When impatience arises, pause, take deep breaths, and bring your focus back to the present moment. The ripple effect of patience. Patience doesn't just benefit you, it positively influences those around you. Alex's calm and determined approach inspired his team, fostering a culture of perseverance and collaboration. In your own life, practicing patience can strengthen relationships, enhance decision-making, and create a sense of inner peace that radiates outward. The Stoic takeaway: patience is a quiet yet powerful virtue that allows us to endure challenges, grow through adversity, and stay committed to our goals. By embracing patience, we learn to navigate life's uncertainties with strength and grace. Part 8. Kindness, the quiet force that builds stronger connections. Have you ever experienced the ripple effect of a small act of kindness? A simple smile, a genuine compliment, or a helping hand can transform someone's day and perhaps even their life. In a world that often feels harsh and fast-paced, kindness stands as a powerful and transformative force. In this section, we'll explore how Stoic philosophy views kindness as an essential virtue, not just for others, but for ourselves. By practicing kindness, you can build stronger relationships, create a positive impact, and foster respect that lasts. The story of Maya. Maya, a teacher at a busy high school, often found herself overwhelmed by the demands of her job. Her students were struggling, her colleagues were overworked, and the pressures of standardized testing left little room for creativity or connection. One day, Maya overheard two students complaining about a difficult math concept. Instead of dismissing their frustration, she took a few moments during her lunch break to sit with them and explain the topic in a different way. Their faces lit up with understanding, and they thanked her warmly. That simple act of kindness changed something in Maya. She realized that kindness wasn't just about grand gestures, it was about small, meaningful acts that could ripple through her classroom, her school, and even beyond. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Maya reflected on Marcus Aurelius's words, "Kindness is invincible. If it is sincere, it is free of hypocrisy. It delights in itself. No one can resist it." She decided to integrate kindness into every aspect of her life. Understanding kindness in Stoicism. In Stoicism, kindness is seen as a fundamental virtue that strengthens the bonds of human connection. It's not just about doing good for others, it's about living in harmony with the world and contributing to the greater good. Kindness involves 1. Empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of others. 2. Compassion, taking action to alleviate someone's suffering. 3. Selflessness, offering help without expecting anything in return. How Maya practiced kindness. 1. Creating a positive classroom environment. Maya started each day by greeting her students warmly and asking how they were doing. This simple practice made her students feel seen and valued, creating a more open and respectful classroom atmosphere. 2. Supporting colleagues. When a fellow teacher mentioned feeling overwhelmed, Maya offered to help grade papers. Her gesture not only eased her colleagues' burden, but also fostered a sense of camaraderie among the staff. 3. Practicing patience. Instead of reacting harshly to disruptive behavior, Maya approached her students with understanding. She listened to their concerns and worked with them to find solutions, showing them that kindness could coexist with discipline. 4. Spreading kindness beyond the classroom. Maya extended her efforts to the community by volunteering at a local food bank on weekends. This gave her a deeper sense of purpose and connection to those around her. The transformation. Maya's acts of kindness created a ripple effect. Her students began to emulate her behavior, showing more respect and compassion toward one another. Her colleagues felt inspired to support each other, fostering a more collaborative work environment. But the most profound change was in Maya herself. She found that the more kindness she gave, the more fulfilled and at peace she felt. Practical steps to practice kindness. If you want to embrace kindness in your daily life, here are some actionable steps. 1. Start small. Smile at a stranger, hold the door open, or offer a kind word to someone in need. 2. Practice active listening. Give your full attention to others, showing that you value their thoughts and feelings. 3. Offer help freely. Look for opportunities to assist others without expecting anything in return. 4. Be kind to yourself. Practice self-compassion by forgiving your mistakes and treating yourself with care. 5. Volunteer. Dedicate time to a cause that resonates with you, giving back to your community. The ripple effect of kindness. Maya's story illustrates how kindness can transform not just individual relationships, but entire environments. When you practice kindness, you inspire others to do the same, creating a cycle of positivity and connection. In your own life, kindness can strengthen bonds, improve communication, and bring a sense of joy and fulfillment that extends beyond yourself. The Stoic takeaway: kindness is not a weakness, it's a profound strength that fosters trust, respect, and harmony. By practicing kindness, you align yourself with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with others and contributing to the greater good. Part 9. Gratitude, the lens that transforms your life. Have you ever paused to appreciate the small joys in your life? A warm sunrise, a kind word, or the simple act of breathing freely? In our race towards success and fulfillment, it's easy to overlook these moments. But what if I told you that practicing gratitude could transform the way you see the world and bring lasting peace and contentment? In this section, we'll explore the Stoic philosophy of gratitude, how it can shift your perspective, deepen your connections, and help you find happiness in even the smallest things. Daniel, a corporate manager, seemed to have everything: an impressive career, a beautiful home, and financial security. Yet he all felt empty, as if something was missing. His focus on achieving more and climbing the corporate ladder left him disconnected from his family and overwhelmed by stress. One day, his son handed him a handmade card that read, "Thank you for working so hard for us, Dad. I'm proud of you." The heartfelt message brought tears to Daniel's eyes. He realized that while he had been chasing success, he had overlooked the blessings already in his life. Inspired by this moment, Daniel decided to embrace the Stoic practice of gratitude. He recalled the words of Marcus Aurelius, "Do not indulge in dreams of what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." Understanding gratitude in Stoicism. Gratitude, according to Stoicism, is not about ignoring life's challenges, but about focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. It's a way of appreciating the present moment, finding joy in the simple things, and cultivating a mindset of abundance. Key aspects of Stoic gratitude include 1. Appreciation for the present, recognizing the value of what you already have. 2. Acknowledgement of challenges, viewing hardships as opportunities to grow and learn. 3. Gratitude for life's interdependence, understanding that much of what we enjoy comes from the contributions of others. How Daniel practiced gratitude. 1. Starting a gratitude journal. Daniel began each day by writing down 3 things he was grateful for. These could be as simple as a good cup of coffee, a supportive colleague, or a quiet moment with his family. 2. Reframing challenges. When faced with a difficult project at work, Daniel reminded himself of the skills he was developing through the challenge. This shift in perspective helped him approach the situation with patience and optimism. 3. Expressing appreciation to others. Daniel made it a habit to thank his team for their hard work, his family for their love and support, and even strangers for small acts of kindness. This practice deepened his relationships and created a positive atmosphere around him. 4. Mindful moments of gratitude. Throughout the day, Daniel paused to reflect on the things he often took for granted: his health, the roof over his head, and the beauty of nature. The transformation. As Daniel embraced gratitude, he noticed profound changes in his outlook. Improved relationships. His expressions of gratitude strengthened his connections with his family, friends, and colleagues. Enhanced mental well-being. By focusing on the positives, Daniel felt less stressed and more content with his life. Increased resilience. Gratitude helped Daniel face challenges with a sense of perspective, knowing that even difficult times held valuable lessons. Practical steps to practice gratitude. If you want to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, here are some actionable tips. 1. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. 2. Practice gratitude during challenges. Reflect on what you can learn from difficult situations and be thankful for the opportunity to grow. 3. Express gratitude to others. Take the time to thank people in your life, whether through words, notes, or actions. 4. Pause for gratitude moments. Set aside a few moments each day to silently appreciate what you have. 5. Meditate on gratitude. During meditation, focus on the people, experiences, and opportunities you're thankful for. The ripple effect of gratitude. Daniel's journey of gratitude inspired those around him. His positive attitude created a more harmonious work environment, and his family felt more appreciated and connected. When you practice gratitude, you not only transform your own mindset, but also create a ripple effect, inspiring others to adopt a more positive perspective. The Stoic takeaway. Gratitude is a lens through which you can view life's challenges and blessings with clarity and appreciation. By focusing on what you have, you unlock a wellspring of joy and resilience, enabling you to face life with grace and strength. Part 10. Self-reflection, the key to growth and clarity. Have you ever stopped to truly examine your thoughts, actions, and decisions? In a world filled with distractions, self-reflection often takes a back seat. But what if dedicating time to reflect on yourself could unlock profound clarity, growth, and direction in your life? In this final section, we'll delve into the Stoic practice of self-reflection, a transformative habit that empowers you to learn from your experiences, make better choices, and align your actions with your values. The story of James. James was a successful marketing executive who appeared to have it all: career success, financial security, and a busy social life. But beneath the surface, he often felt unfulfilled, unsure if he was living authentically or simply going through the motions. One evening, while scrolling through his phone, James came across a quote from Seneca: "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Every night before going to sleep, reflect upon your day. What good did I do? What mistakes did I make? How can I improve? This struck a chord with James. He realized that he rarely paused to think about his actions, goals, or values. Determined to change, James decided to incorporate self-reflection into his daily routine, understanding self-reflection in Stoicism. For the Stoics, self-reflection was not just a tool for personal growth, but a daily ritual to align their lives with virtue and purpose. It involves 1. Assessing actions, evaluating what you did well and where you fell short. 2. Identifying motivations, understanding why you acted a certain way. 3. Planning for improvement, using insights to make better choices moving forward. Self-reflection is not about self-criticism, but about cultivating self-awareness and a commitment to continuous growth. How James practiced self-reflection. 1. Evening reflection ritual. Every night, James spent 15 minutes reflecting on his day. He asked himself 3 questions. What did I accomplish today? Where did I falter? And why? How can I improve tomorrow? Writing his thoughts in a journal helped him track patterns and progress over time. 2. Identifying core values. James revisited his personal values: integrity, kindness, and growth. He used these as benchmarks to assess whether his actions aligned with the life he wanted to live. 3. Acknowledging strengths and weaknesses. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, James celebrated small victories and viewed setbacks as opportunities to learn. For example, when he lost his temper in a meeting, he reflected on what triggered his anger and how he could handle similar situations calmly in the future. 4. Seeking external perspectives. Occasionally, James sought feedback from trusted friends and colleagues to gain insights he might have missed. This added a layer of accountability to his self-reflection practice. As James made self-reflection a daily habit, he began to notice significant changes. Clarity of purpose. By aligning his actions with his values, James felt a renewed sense of purpose and direction in his life. Improved decision-making. Reflecting on past mistakes helped him make more thoughtful and intentional choices. Stronger relationships. By identifying and addressing behaviors that strained his relationships, James became a more empathetic and understanding friend and colleague. Enhanced resilience. Self-reflection allowed James to navigate challenges with greater composure and adaptability. Practical steps to practice self-reflection. If you're ready to incorporate self-reflection into your life, here are some actionable tips. 1. Set aside time daily. Dedicate 10 to 15 minutes each evening to reflect on your day. 2. Ask the right questions. Use prompts like, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? Did my actions align with my values? 3. Write it down. Keep a journal to record your reflections. This helps you track growth and identify patterns over time. 4. Focus on growth, not perfection. Celebrate your progress and view mistakes as opportunities to learn. 5. Incorporate meditation. Spend a few minutes in silence to process your thoughts and emotions before journaling. The ripple effect of self-reflection. James's commitment to self-reflection inspired those around him. His improved clarity and composure influenced his team to adopt similar practices, fostering a culture of continuous growth and accountability at work. In your own life, self-reflection can deepen self-awareness, enhance decision-making, and bring greater alignment between your actions and aspirations. The Stoic takeaway. Self-reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, a habit that empowers you to learn, grow, and live with integrity. By dedicating time to assess your actions and motivations, you cultivate wisdom and create a life aligned with your highest values. Your challenge. What's one question you'll ask yourself during your evening reflection tonight? Share it in the comments below. If you're ready to embrace the transformative power of self-reflection, comment, I choose clarity and growth. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Stoic principles. With practices like mindfulness, forgiveness, gratitude, and self-reflection, you now have a toolkit to create a more meaningful, resilient, and fulfilling life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected for more life-changing insights. Until next time, keep striving to be your best self, guided by wisdom, resilience, and purpose. See you in the next video.